Welcome to one of the finest pulp mills in existence.
By producing top-quality certified pulp, we help our customers make renewable and recyclable products that make a difference for millions of people around the globe in their daily lives. Many of these products show innovative use of cellulose-based materials, and they all offer a sustainable alternative to other materials with less desirable properties. We've now made the biggest investment ever and built a brand new pulp mill. It's the largest production line for bleached softwood kraft pulp in the world. It's also the most efficient in terms of energy and other resources, and it produces pulp of the highest quality. But let's start where it all begins.
The story of SCA's top-class pulp starts right here in the vast forests of northern Sweden. Up here in this very cold climate, the trees grow slowly, so results in these very strong and strenuous fibers that are ideal for the making of the finest quality pulp. SCA is the largest private forest owner in Europe. 2.6 million hectares, that's almost the area of Belgium. But its forests are well consolidated and centered around its state-of-the-art pulp mill, which creates optimal logistics.
We care for every tree, from seedling to harvest, for up to a century. And for every tree we harvest, we plant 3 new.
Wow. 1.6 million seedlings inside here.
Look at this.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. We're standing at the nursery for SCA Forest. And we're standing inside one of the greenhouses here. Usually we grow 3 different types of species. It's spruce, it's pine, and it's a pine from North America, the contorta.
Wow.
But in this greenhouse, here we're growing spruce.
Oh, okay. And how many seedlings would you grow in a year here?
At SCA Nursery, we are growing 100 million seedlings per year.
It's in fact the world's largest tree nursery, producing seedlings enough to cover 100,000 football fields with trees year after year.
So you want to find where the scarification has turned over the soil on top of the humus. And then you put down the tube. And you put down a seedling. And then you gently put some dirt over it.
Okay.
And then you're done.
We manage our forests in ways that preserve their biodiversity, while the growing trees absorb the atmosphere's carbon dioxide. And we use resources wisely when we produce pulp from these trees in an extremely energy-efficient process. That way, our carbon footprint is minimized. As a seal of approval for these efforts, all our forest holdings are certified both according to the FSC and PEFC. That way, our business partners and their customers can be sure that the wood used in their products comes from responsibly managed forests.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is a big toy, huh?
Amazing machine.
Yeah.
Harvesting the fully grown trees calls for careful planning, made available online for the operators who do the actual work.
You like this job?
Yeah, I love it.
Why do you love it?
Because it's the best job in the world. Simple as that. No, nothing can compare to this.
Really? That's awesome.
While implementing these plans, we make sure to use modern, efficient equipment that have minimal impact on land, water, and wildlife. Given our well-consolidated forest holdings, we're able to ensure optimal and energy-efficient transportation to the mill. pulp timber and sawmill chips are delivered to the mill by train, boat, and truck. Premium wood and chips, corresponding to a truckload every 5 minutes, around the clock, 365 days a year, arrive to the wood intake at the mill. While waiting for further production, the logs are buffered out on the wood yard. In the wood room, the bark is mechanically separated from the wood in 2 debarking drums. The logs are cut into chips and the bark is used as fuel for energy production.
So how many chips are coming through here at any given moment?
It's about 600 tons per hour.
Wow, that's a lot of chips.
Yeah.
And then where do they go from here?
They go to the chip piles, and that's the storage before it goes to the digester.
The actual pulp-making process starts with impregnation of the wooden chips. It's followed by a continuous cooking process under high temperature and pressure, treating the wood with strong alkaline white liquor.
Cecilia, where are we right now?
We are at the top of the digester. Many call this the heart of the mill.
And what gets digested here?
Wood chips.
Why?
We cook the chips in white liquor and at high temperature to produce pulp.
And how long do you cook the chips for?
About 5 hours.
And is it done in batches or continuously?
No, it is continuous. This digester is continuously fed with wood chips.
And why do you need to actually digest the chips?
To produce the pulp, to remove the lignin so we get separated fibers.
The main part of the wood lignin and some of the hemicelluloses is dissolved, resulting in separated cellulose fibers. The cooked cellulose fibers are cleaned in several steps and treated in 2 oxygen delignification steps. After further washing, the pulp is ready for bleaching.
In this machine hole we have the 9 wash presses. So we clean the pulp between each step in the process. To be able to bleach the pulp, we need to have it very clean. And also to have a clean final product. So this is a wash presses for the bleach plant.
Depending on the quality of the pulp demanded, the cellulose is bleached in 2 or 3 steps to different brightness levels.
So this is the first step, the first washing step, and the pulp is still completely brown.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can.
So what step is this?
This is the final washing step, meaning that we have the ready bleached pulp in this press.
Only environmentally friendly TCF or ECF bleaching is used for this purpose. Chlorine dioxide needed for the ECF bleaching is produced in-house. This entire process is highly energy efficient, using almost exclusively wood-based material as fuel. The entire mill, with its complex process, is monitored and controlled to the minutest detail from the central control room. Around the clock, every day of the week, every day of the year, we control every single part.
Wow. This is a very impressive room.
Yes, it is. Very.
Huh. What goes on here?
We control and monitoring from chips to pulp. Cooking, screening and bleaching.
Thousands and yet thousands of valves, motors, pumps, fans, sensors, and processors. We measure temperatures and volumes. We control qualities and end results, from planning the logistics through the actual making of the pulp to the shipping of the final products. We do all this online from one single point. This control system is state-of-the-art with no match in the world. The mill is not only self-sufficient with energy, it also generates a considerable surplus, so the chips used in the mill become either pulp or green energy in a sustainable loop. Recovered liquid from the process, called black liquor, contains used chemicals and dissolved wood substances. This is concentrated by evaporation. The wood substances are combusted to produce steam in the recovery boiler, and the chemical residuals are used to produce green liquor, processed further to white liquor, and ready to be used again in the cooking process. We use the surplus material from the pulp-making process, primarily black liquor, to generate energy. The generated steam is used as process heat and to produce green electricity for the external grid. Excess heat is used for district heating of nearby housing facilities. The entire process is a bioloop, making optimal use of all the resources available. This contributes to the environmental sustainability of the pulp making and reduces the carbon footprint of both the mill and the surrounding society.
In this huge machine, the pulp is dried with excess heat from the process. Now it's the very first time we'll be able to see the final product coming out as sheets.
When the pulp has been processed to meet various specifications, it's dried. This is done with heat from the recovery boiler. In this process, the pulp loses 90% of its water content. The pulp is either dried as sheets or in a flash dryer depending on its further use and various customer specifications. The final product is now made practical to handle throughout transportation to the customers in ways that are efficient from a logistic perspective, while preserving the pulp's high quality. The pulp is delivered in 8 bale units. Each bale is wrapped in pulp sheets and straps strong enough for the transport.
Here at SCA's loading dock, its final product is loaded for transport and brought to the world.
Every year, we produce close to 1 million tons of pulp, which is transported to customers all over the world. We plan the logistics carefully, choosing as efficient and sustainable transport alternatives as possible. When possible, we use sea and rail. Many of our customers, be it in Sweden, other European countries, or overseas, prefer to have their shipments just in time to optimize their production economics. SCA Pure is our premium quality NBSK pulp with highly predictable quality and strong environmental performance, complying with both FSC and PEFC. It offers fantastic tensile and tear strength, available as both TCF and ECF. We've chosen to name it SCA Pure as in pure performance, pure profitability, and pure sustainability. SCA Star is our high-quality CTMP pulp with good predictability and high environmental performance, also certified as FSC and PEFC. It offers star-quality bulk, adding stiffness in packaging and improving absorption in tissue products. SCA Cirrus is our range of high-quality green products, responsibly refined from our pulp production. Among these are tall oil, a renewable raw material for making biodiesel. This is what we call an industrial ecosystem, driven by the force of the forest.